Hi guys, my name is Greg Gitter and I operate a multi-six-figure business that does a lot of our sales volume through Amazon. Although most of our Amazon business is in the US, we also sell in Canada, the UK, and we will soon be expanding to Europe. Now, with Brexit coming up, things are going to change regarding the Amazon fulfillment network, and they just sent out an email this morning outlining exactly how those changes are going to work. So I want to give an overview of how fulfillment by Amazon currently works between the UK and Europe and how it's going to change post-Brexit. Technically, Brexit has already taken place, but a lot of the specifics have not yet been implemented, and we still have some time before Amazon implements changes between their UK and European warehouses. So starting on January 1st of 2021, these changes will go into effect. Now, before we get into the changes that are going to happen starting January 1st, 2021, I want to talk about how the system works today. And there's basically two ways you can distribute your products through fulfillment by Amazon currently. And the first way is the European Fulfillment Network, or EFN. This is the simplest way to get started. It's a lot less overhead from an administrative perspective. And the way it works is you ship your inventory into one country, and then Amazon will distribute the inventory from that one country to other places when somebody places an order. So say you park your inventory in the UK. Well, somebody from Germany places an order. Amazon will ship that single unit from the UK to Germany. Now, of course, the shipping fees to far-off places in Europe are a little bit higher in this scenario, but you don't have to register for VAT, value-added tax, in those other countries. You only have to do it in the UK. The exception might be France because they seem to be cracking down on sales that are made even from coming outside of the country, but ignoring France for now, basically with the scenario I just outlined, you would only have to pay VAT in the UK and you could just sell to your customers in the other countries in Europe. Now, if you have a really successful product, it might be time to look at Pan-European FBA. And the way this works is that you can park your inventory in multiple countries. So, for example, you might park your inventory in the UK, you might have some in Germany, and you might put some in France. Now, the advantage of this is that you get cheaper shipping rates because it's more likely that somebody is going to be closer to one of your fulfillment centers instead of just having it all in one country. But the downside of this is that you have to register for VAT, you have to do accounting, file your taxes in all the places where you're technically storing your inventory. So it becomes a lot more overhead. However, for a big 6, 7, or 8-figure brand, this could be something that's worth it because you'd save a lot of money on the shipping and you just have to make it up with taxes. Now, Pan-European FBA also allows inventory transfers between warehouses. So you could, for example, ship all of your inventory into Germany from China or wherever you're manufacturing your stuff. And then Amazon would send some of the inventory to UK, to France, or wherever else they might be storing the inventory at your discretion. The other countries would be the Netherlands, Spain, Italy. Where that's an advantage is, say you end up getting a lot of sales in Germany, but not a lot in Spain, but you sent the same amount of inventory to both countries, well, you can pull some of that inventory out of Spain and they'll send it over to Germany. Now, things are going to get a little bit more complicated come January 1st, 2021. Basically, the EFN program, where you're storing all of your inventory in one country, is not going to work if you're storing your inventory in the UK. So if you're storing the inventory in the UK, you'll no longer be able to ship it to Europe using Amazon's fulfillment network. It looks like you should still be able to send the inventory to an EU country like Germany and ship to other European countries like Italy and France. However, you will no longer be able to send from UK to mainland Europe or from mainland Europe to UK using the system. So it gets a lot more complicated. Now, regarding Pan-European FBA, this is where you're sending the inventory in and they'll distribute it all across Europe. Well, this is no longer going to work to the UK. So you'll no longer be able to distribute your inventory between warehouses in the UK, Italy, Germany, France, and Spain. You'll only be able to use Pan-European FBA between the EU countries, and the UK will not be part of this anymore. So effectively what this means, if you're manufacturing overseas like China, In the future, you're going to have to send a separate shipment to the UK and then somewhere in the EU, no matter whether you're using the EFN or you're using the Pan-European FBA option. Of course, you could get the third-party fulfillment company to pull the inventory out of Amazon in the UK, fill out all the customs forms, and then send it to the warehouse in Germany or vice versa. But it's going to be a lot more complicated, a lot more manual work, a lot more expensive. So this is one of the downsides of this new Brexit rule, where it's going to make getting things across that UK to EU border a lot more challenging. I'm sure the shipping companies are happy about this one because it's going to give them more business if you want to support your customers both in the UK and mainland Europe. It's going to be challenging for us smaller guys to get it all right, but hey, nothing is impossible, and I'm sure a lot more shipping companies will actually become better about these cross-border imports. So if you do want to transfer any inventory between the UK and the EU countries, you have until January 1st to do it in the way that things are going right now. But once that date comes into effect, you're no longer going to be able to ship seamlessly across the border using Amazon's fulfillment services. So what you're going to have to do in the future is make 2 imports, one to the UK and one to somewhere in the EU, or you're going to still make 1 import, but then you're going to have to split the shipment off, fill out new customs forms, and then re-import those items into Europe, even though you already imported them into the UK, or vice versa. So obviously none of this is ideal, but hey, this is just one of the things in business where regulations change sometimes, and you have to put new systems in place and learn how to adapt. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful in getting you to understand the new regulations around importing into Europe and the UK and how things are not going to be so easy anymore. If you have questions about selling on Amazon, for something simple, just please leave a comment below and I'll try to get back to you with a decent answer. If it's something more complex, you want me to look at something, you want me to advise you on something, I think that's going to work better in a 30-minute or 60-minute call. So you can book one of those calls with me using the link in my YouTube description. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great day.